Yep, that was me just a few months ago. It's pretty hard to believe that 4 years have gone by and I'm already a college graduate. Time really does go by fast, especially when you look back. And looking back, I also realized that no one prepared me for college. Yeah, I guess advice just is hard to give on something like this because every university is different. What you want to do in life is different from what I want to do in life, and it can be kind of difficult navigating. So, I just want to give you a little, tiny little snippet of college and basically give you a piece of advice both before, during, and after college, or the preparation of after. You'll see what I mean. So, here is my advice as a furry for college. So, starting off, you're applying for college, and your high school or your home school or whatever you're doing is going to teach you a lot about applying. They're going to tell you about tests. They're going to tell you about your grades. They're going to tell you what schools you can get into based on all of that, and financial. But there's one thing that I don't think gets talked about enough: what you're actually going to study. For most universities, you're going to select something called a major. A major is your field of study. This is what you're going to spend 75% of the time learning. So it's kind of important to figure out what you want to do in life, which is a very difficult question to ask a 17-year-old. So what do? Well, first of all, don't worry. What you want to do at 17 may not be what you want to do at 21. And it is perfectly okay to both change your major or heck, even drop out based on what your needs and your interests are. Don't let anyone tell you the answer is no. But also make sure to do your homework, literally, and decide which direction you want to go with in your life. But the main piece of advice I want to give you for this is, if you're interested in something, where do you have to go to learn it? Because what a lot of people aren't going to tell you is you might not even need college.
Really?
For example, if you want to become a chef, or you want to go into dentistry, or automotive mechanics, or even some IT, you might not need to go to college. You might need something called vocational school. This is a year or two of specialized training where in the end they'll give you a certificate so that you can go get a license to do these jobs. There are a few jobs like this, and I will list them on screen. So post-edit Topaz, you're going to have to do some work to help these furries in their life. But yeah, sometimes you don't need to go spend 4 years and thousands of dollars. Instead, you might need to spend 1 year and a couple thousand to learn a trade. Basically, it's trade school. There's also another kind of school that maybe you'd rather pursue as well, called a community college. A community college is your local university that typically offers 2-year degrees. These are called associate degrees. And some things only need 2 years of learning. A great example of something that comes out of an associate degree includes a lot of kinds of business management, accounting, and even some medical degrees are simply associate degrees. Again, post-edit Topaz, list them. And of course, there are things that require 4 years of learning or a bachelor's degree. These are the colleges and universities that you and I think of. So, honestly, my advice is figure out where you have to go, because it's better to do a year or two instead of 4 years and discover you didn't even need to do that. But of course, you're saying, I don't know what I want to do. That's why I clicked on this video. I have an option for you too. So let's say you're 17 and you haven't chosen a college yet and you have no clue what you want to do and your parents are literally barking at you to decide. What do? First, don't apply for a big school. Save your money and go to your local community college. Live at home for 2 years, get a local job, and do classes at your community college. A lot of community colleges offer something called an AA, an Associate of Arts. This degree allows you to transfer basically to a majority of public universities. And with that, you can take some time to both find yourself and find what you want to do in life. And your community college or your big university will have people that have been hired literally to help you decide what you want to do in life. So, yeah, if you don't know what you want to do, don't stress. You can take a year off, you can go to a local community college, or you can talk to people and see what comes up. Alright, so now you've done that, you're into college, and now you realized, wait, I'm a furry. I want to meet other furries. What do I do? So, number 2, how do I make furry friends on campus? Well, your best friend in this case, in my opinion, is Google. All you have to do is type the name of your university and furries and see if anything comes up. If you're going to a big university, chances are there's already a club or an organization that has been started, and you can figure out how to join them. But not every college and university has one. Some may have been, outdated, some are just non-existent, and some just never had one. So, where's the next best place? I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but go on Reddit. Chances are your college has a subreddit, and literally just post in that subreddit, hey, are there any other furries on this campus? You're on Reddit. No one is going to shame you for being a furry. But of course, your Reddit search turns up empty. What's the next best thing? Look for furries in the surrounding area. Go to Google again, put your city, and then furries. And do some research there. But that search turns up empty too. Step 4 is going to be printing out flyers and putting them somewhere that people can see. Chances are your university has a coffee shop that has a line that is 30 minutes long that everyone goes to, and in that coffee shop, there's probably a bulletin board that you can put flyers up on. Just print out a cool looking flyer that says, hey, I'm a furry. I want to meet other furries. Let's hang out. Put some contact info, preferably something that you don't use too often, and leave it there. Chances are most people are going to ignore it. Someone might chuckle, but hey, coffee shops are legitimately the most popular places on college campuses, so the chances of you finding another furry are very high. So yeah, TLDR, here are the steps to finding furries. Google your college plus furries. Go to Reddit. Google your city plus furries, and finally, put a flyer in the busy coffee shop. You've now gone through 4 years of college. It's time to graduate. And you have the biggest challenge in front of you: finding a job. I have a piece of advice that's going to save you so much time. Don't wait to apply for work. Let me say that again. Do not wait to apply for work. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. As of the making of this video, the job market is terrible. It doesn't matter what you studied or like what you do or what you want to do. It's terrible. Finding work is so difficult. And on average, it is taking people 6 months. Yes, 6 months to find a job after they graduate. So, literally, do not wait to apply for work. But when I say that, I don't mean don't wait until after graduation, don't wait until graduation. If you're supposed to graduate in May, start applying for jobs in December. If you're graduating in December, start applying for jobs in August. If you graduate in July or August, start applying for jobs in February. Literally, don't wait. Apply for work at least 4 months, I got it right, 4 months before you graduate. The earlier you start, the better off you're going to be in this legitimately terrible market. But if you need extra help, again, you're paying for it. Go to those career people and ask them, hey, what jobs can I use my degree with? Because chances are, you may have not applied for something that is actively hiring. Or heck, Google it. Look, it's a tough market out there, so just know things are going to be okay. But don't wait. Apply for jobs between 4 to 6 months before you graduate. You got this. And that's basically going to be it. I'm sure this is more of a rant style video than anything else, which I do apologize for. But if you got anything out of it, then great. And if not and you're still confused, I'm sorry. I know I didn't go over a lot. If you still have questions about what you should be doing, please drop them in the comments down below, and I or one of the lovely other commenters will hopefully answer it. So that is going to do it for this month's video. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!